Hey, so welcome to another episode of Sketchy. Today I'm going to be attempting to draw a fantasy lady, some kind of knight with a sword, a big sword, like a double-handed sword. And what I want to talk about is like some of my favorite things to draw and a few things that I'm trying to get better at drawing, because there's definitely things on my list that I want to get a lot better at. But first of all, some of my favorite things. I've always really loved drawing ladies, specifically like fantasy ladies. It's super nerdy. I don't care though. Honestly, I don't care. Because growing up, I've always really been interested in stories that involve, some kind of fantasy element. And, since I'm a girl, obviously, those are the kinds of stories that I relate to, are the ones that involve people that are like me. So, I'm not sure how to phrase that in a not super cordy way, so sorry if this is coming off kind of sentimental sounding. But yeah, so that's definitely what you see a lot in my sketchbooks. And that's what always kind of inspired me. Those are the kind of books that I have read, started off really enjoying, in middle school when I really got into reading. And those are the kind of books that I still read, honestly. I mix it up too with other things. And I read Game of Thrones, and I do the popular stuff, but it's always the really obscure, kind of fruity books about dragons and things that I enjoy the most. So I can't lie. Yeah, so that's what a lot of my work is, and it was interesting because I've kind of been embarrassed by it since forever, because it's not something that people take very seriously, which is fine. It's supposed to be fun. It's not supposed to be this super serious thing. But yeah, I was always kind of embarrassed a little bit because it is a bit nerdy, I guess. But at this point in my life, I'm just kind of whatever. I don't care. I don't care what other people think. I'm gonna do what I want, especially in my free time. It's I don't have to do anything for school anymore. So I'm gonna make up stories, and I'm gonna create stories that I would want to read, and that's what they are. That's what happens to be that's what I want to read. I'm already stumbling over my words. Anyway, yeah, so, but of course, that's not the only thing I ever want to make. So of course there's, that's my fallback for whenever I'm some of something to draw. There's definitely things on my list that I want to get better at. Lately I've been doing some landscape and environment studies. Color and light has always been something that I've struggled with, and that's definitely on my list as far as improving. So I've been working on those. What else? Animals. I'm not fabulous at animals either. Same with yeah, just life drawing in general. I mean, that's just a constant thing. You just gotta keep pushing that. And yeah, so trying to make her look tough. Bit of a snarl. Yeah, so those are both things on my list. I'm hoping that, you know, just keep working at it. I try to have fun with it. I think that's the trick. Like, I think that's why, like, the stories and the adventure, like, that's what keeps me excited. So I think just finding a way to see that in, like, everyday objects and everyday lessons is kind of what I'm trying to do. Like, I don't want it to be as much of a struggle, or, like, I don't want to have to force myself to, like, work on lighting or color or whatever. So I think it's just a matter of finding what I like about it, or finding what's fun. So it's a bit of, like, changing my attitude towards things, or how I see them. Oop, I gave her a mullet. Whoops. My bad. Maybe I'll shorten that. Why not? Yeah. Hands. Yep, definitely. That's also on my list. Yeah, she's not dressed for battle, but that's okay. Maybe she's practicing or something. Boots. Oops. That's a little bit off the page, oh well. My bad. Anyway, I hope this wasn't too rambly. I think it was, but whatever. I'm just gonna go with it at this point. Yeah, so I'm sure you'll see me drawing this kind of stuff fairly often, just because I definitely think it is the most fun, but I'm definitely pushing myself, or trying to push myself in a few other directions too. I was thinking it'd be cool to do some of this outside, like take it with me and try and prop it up in a way that I could do some, like, location stuff. So once I figure that out, I'm hoping that will work out, but in the meantime, give her some dark hair. Little mullet girl. Mullet ponytail girl. Yeah, so hope you guys have a great week. Thanks for watching.